Hashtag story time.
Yo, people, this your boy Yeshua back at it with another video. And I know it's been a while since I made a video. It's been about 5 days or so. So let me explain to y'all. I went live yesterday. I explained why I was gone for a little minute. Because I had a couple of experiences I will never forget the rest of my life. I need y'all to lock in. I need y'all to really lock into this video. Last Thursday, it was me and Sophia's special day. Special day. And so I decided to meditate. Went into my closet. I know how I always get on y'all about whenever you're meditating, you gotta quote die, right? Have an ego death, right? Whenever you're astral projecting or trying to astral project or you're meditating, your body will start to vibrate sometimes. Your heart starts to beat fast. And you're like, oh my God. A lot of you talk about you get to the vibrational state and then you kind of freak out a little bit. But I be telling y'all, you gotta die. You gotta be prepared to die. Like, you gotta let yourself surrender to yourself to the point where you're like, death is just an illusion, right? So tell me why. Last Thursday, the 19th, I was like, okay, Sophia, let's see how deep I can go. The last couple meditations, I've had the sequences in which, you know, my heart starts beating fast, and I'm like, okay, I can choose to, quote, die right now if I want to. But I let myself go a little bit, but I never go too deep, right? But I made up my mind. I was like, all right, Sophia, this is our day. I'm going to see how far I can go, how deeply I can go into myself and surrendering myself, right? So maybe like 3 hours into the meditation, y'all know my track is about 4 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, 3 hours into the meditation, there was a sequence that went on, and I was with my higher self, Amen Ra. And basically he was like, okay, so you tell people all the time that death is an illusion, all right? And you've seen things in your meditations, right? That have you know this. But now I need you to put up or shut up. I'm like, hold up, what you mean? And basically he was like, the universe, everything was like, you can choose to die right now. And I'm like, to see what happens. I was like, okay. And I ain't gonna, bro, I was literally talking to myself in the closet. I was like, internally and out loud, I was like, bro, I'm super God. Death is an illusion. All right. Like, I felt the challenge. I heard the challenge. I understood the download. I was like, okay, cool. I'll die. Let's see what happens. Kid y'all not. Bro, this is the hard part of the video, bro. I ended up opening my eyes. I literally felt like a crystal or something. I ended up opening my eyes. I was in the astral, but it was seventh. I was in the seventh dimension, the astral plane, in the seventh dimension, y'all. All I seen was like the stars, and then it was a ribbon. Like, imagine like a finish line, but it was all purple. It was like an astral ribbon. Like, if I cut this ribbon, I'm on the other side. I'm into the spiritual realm. The physical world was behind me. The astral realm was in front of me with a literal finish line, a purple finish line. I cried, y'all. I looked right in the camera. Bro, I cried, y'all. There was tears, bro. I cried, y'all. I sat up, because y'all know I lay in my closet. I sat up. I'm looking at what I'm looking at. I'm having an awareness of what's happening. I freaking cried. It was the best feeling I ever felt in my life. I've astral projected before. I've hopped on my Mercury, I've hopped to every planet. I've been throughout, the universe, Atlantis, Halls of Amenti, all this stuff, the void, all this stuff. Places before existence. I've been to all these places. At 4 minutes and 4 seconds in this video. This was the best feeling I ever had in my life. The out of body experience, to not have a physical body. And like I said, I've astral projected before. There is a lightness, there is a feather-like feeling to being outside of your body, astral projection-wise, or when I meditate and I go real deep. But this, my boy, I'm choking up. This was different. This was a free, whatever your idea of heaven is, times a billion. Times a I can't put into words how great this feeling was. And the whole point of it was for me to see it, to feel it, to experience it, and to come back here and share it with y'all, to let y'all know there is nothing to fear. You do not need to fear death. You do not need to fear death at all. Vibrate high, do what's right. Everything else will take care of itself. Now, there are some other things that Sophia, like, we talked about it in the live. We ain't gonna talk about it on video, but death is a beautiful thing. There's nothing to fear. It was the great. I can't even stop smiling in my face. I'm like, yo, I can wait, but like seeing what I've seen, how I saw it, how I got to make the choice to quote die and see that. I can't stop smiling. Like I'm like, bro, I need to end the video. It was the greatest thing I ever experienced in this 3-year journey in my life. I'm 32 years old. It was the greatest thing I've ever felt in the history of life, bro. The feeling of being reborn. Oh, I'm gonna talk about this too. I got to see what most people would call an angel, and she was like, "You cannot die. You cannot die." I heard her say that 2 or 3 times, and then she changed it, and she said, "You're not allowed to die." And I came out of that. There was another sequence which I woke up in a dream, but the dream looked exactly like my meditations. And then I got a sense of deja vu. And the deja vu, the first thought I had to myself while I'm in the dream, conscious and aware, after I fell asleep, after I meditated, I woke up in the dream, and the first thought I had to myself is, there's going to be a day I wake up in a dream that I don't ever have to wake up from. There's going to be a day where I wake up in a dream that I never have to wake up from. Remember that. That's all I got for today, y'all. I'll see y'all later. It's been another video from that 2 for Ego and Sophie. See y'all later.